Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today is September the 11th, 2019, and it is a Wednesday. Today we're here to look at a new ink that I've gotten, and that is Diamine Green Black. And this is what it looks like. It is a very dark black and a very dark green ink. And you can find a 3 ml sample on Anderson pens for $1.25, a 2 ml sample at Goulet for $1.40, a 30 ml bottle for $7.33 on eBay, a 30 ml bottle on Goldspot for $7.50. Goulet has a sample set for $10.89. You can also get an 80 ml bottle for $12.99 if you search on Google. So that's enough of that. This is what the ink looks like on a card. It's got some subtle shading properties. I don't know if you can see that with the light, but it has some light shading properties, which is cool. This is what it looks like up against the color panel. It's darker than green, but lighter than blue. But it's like a mixture between green and black. So I don't know if that helps or not, but that's that. Alright, let's set up the journal. Today is September the 11th. And today's Wednesday. The pen is a Jinhao 992 with a 1.1. Ink is green black. Today's going to be a very busy day. We have ovens being installed, so I need to go shopping, and then after I go shopping, I'm going to Disneyland, and I have to do it all before 1 o'clock. So no bleed through to the back. You could totally use the back side of this paper. Yesterday's ink was Diamine Teal, and I totally thought it was going to bleed through like crazy because recent Diamine inks have been not so kind to paper. This paper, anyway. This is the Premier. This is the Premium Journal. Premier Premium Journal. And, Alright, let's look at the mean. 10.5 by 7.5. This ink is very dark. Like, it is just very bold and very dark. I like it, but it's not my favorite color of green. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but No, you can't really see the shading, but it has the most excellent shading in there. Alright. And it did not bleed through to the back, which I would totally use the back side of this paper. Next, we're going to get into the CVS Caliber notebook, 6x4 inch. Green, black. Beautiful ink. Although it does look different on these two. And this is a cream ink, so I wouldn't imagine that it would look the same. So, but totally lifts and gives it like a different, even a different color completely if you use it on the cream versus the white. Which, I don't think I've ever done a comparison, but that's what that looks like. Let's get on to the memo book by Walmart. 5 inches by 3 by 5. That is a fantastic ink. It looks great on this paper. Although, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but like, between these three, I've tried to do it exactly the same. And they look totally different on all of them. Well, except the smear swatches. They all look kind of the same. Which is weird. No bleed through on the back. I would totally use the back side of this paper. And it's dry after like 10 seconds, which is brilliant. So, let's do one more. We're going to do the Fabriano Eco Qua. Oops. We're going to do the Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. I noticed that this paper is super slick. It's like it has some sort of coating on it, or it's like compacted more. But this paper is very smooth comparatively to any of these other papers. Now, I don't know if it's slicker than the Mead, but I know that it is. No, the Mead is slicker, but not as good of quality of paper. Yeah, the Mead is the slickest, but I never realized that these are all completely different colors. Let's see if we can get these all up in here. You can see that each of these are like a totally different color. That's weird. I guess it just depends on the shade of paper that you have. This has a more blue tone. This has a more red tone. This has a more like an actual cream color, and this is like a yellow. And this is like blue. These two are pretty similar. These two are pretty similar, and this one's all on its own. But you can totally tell that there's different shades of paper. They make them do different things. Interesting. Maybe that helps. Probably not, but gives you a kind of how far it is from each of these colors. Really far. This one's way darker than green. I think that this one comes out the darkest. The mead comes out the darkest, and then maybe this one, and then maybe this one, and this one, and this one. But that's just me. All right then. That's all for that. Okay. Alright, we'll be right back. If we look at what happened yesterday, it has this beautiful like green and like a tad of yellow coming out here. That's fantastic. Anyway, so let's do today's. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I never know if I'm doing this right or not. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna paint it on. Paint it on from now on, because that seems how it moves the best. Okay. Take a little brush and just as much down as I can. Okay. Close that up. And over there. Take some water. Wow, that's cool. That didn't do a whole lot, did it? Such a dark color that I didn't expect it to do much. So Looks like I barely did put any water down at all. There we go. Well, just needed some encouragement, I guess, or some water, whichever came first. Wow, that is fantastic. Go in with some details. Alright, I think that's enough. I'm going to set this crop over here to dry, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll look at it and see if anything has changed. I don't know what the hell's the matter with me today. I totally spaced out and forgot to do this paper. So, these are last week's. This is last week's construction paper. This is this week's construction paper. Alright, let's do the 24-pound 90-gram printer paper from Hewlett-Packard Inkjet. Beautiful. Very little ghosting on the back. I would totally use the back side of this paper. And this is the construction paper. That's beautiful. And I'm almost sure that it's not going to bleed through. And it did not. So, now that is all for today. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Oh, God dang it. Have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.